All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about mastering the language of the market itself, trading orders. We're going to demystify these essential commands that, honestly, are what turn your great ideas into actual trades. Think about it. You've done all the hard work, right? You've picked your stock, you've decided on a crypto, and you are ready to pull the trigger. But here's the question that trips a lot of people up. Do you actually know how to place that trade? Because, believe me, the way you get in and out of the market can be just as important as what you're trading in the first place. And that right there leads us to your first big decision. Before you can execute any kind of strategy, you've got to speak the market's language. And that language is all about your order types. So what are they really? Well, simply put, an order type is just a specific instruction you're giving to your broker. It's not just saying buy or sell. No, it's much smarter than that. It's saying buy this specific way or sell only if these conditions are met. These instructions are how you talk directly to the market. Okay, so this brings us to what is probably the most fundamental choice every single trader has to make every single time they trade. You're at a crossroads, and you have to choose. Do you want speed, or do you want price control? And this is the core trade-off, right here. On one side, you have the market order. It's all about speed. On the other side, you have the limit order, which guarantees your price. Here's the catch. You can't have both. So with every single trade, you have to decide what's more important to you in that moment. Let's dig into market orders first. When you place one of these, you're basically yelling at your broker, get me in or get me out right now. Your order is pretty much guaranteed to be filled. But, and this is a big but, it's not at a guaranteed price. In a market that's moving fast, that best available price might be a little different from what you just saw on your screen. That's something called slippage. It's the small price you pay for the certainty of getting your trade executed instantly. Now on the flip side, we have the limit order. This is the tool for traders who want precision. With a limit order, you get to set your price. You're telling the market, look, I will only buy at this price or something lower, or I'm only selling at this price or something higher. It gives you total control over your entry or exit point. The trade-off, there's zero guarantee your order will ever get filled if the market never actually reaches your price. All right, so once you're actually in a trade, your top priority immediately shifts to managing your risk. You have to have a plan to protect your money if the market decides to move against you. This is where you build your safety net. So, meet your personal defense team, stop loss, and stop limit orders. Seriously, think of these as your automated insurance policy. They are designed for one key job, to manage your downside risk by automatically kicking into action once the price hits a level that you decided on beforehand. Let's just walk through how a classic stop loss works. It's simple. First, you set what's called a stop price. This is basically your get me out point. If the market price falls and hits your stop price, bam, a market order is automatically triggered to sell your position, getting you out fast. The only risk, again, is slippage in a crazy volatile market. A stop limit order gives you a bit more control. It triggers a limit order instead, so you won't sell below a price you set, but you do risk not getting out at all if the market suddenly gaps down past your limit. Okay, we've covered getting into a trade, and we've covered your safety nets. Now, let's get a little more sophisticated. We can actually use more advanced orders to put entire strategies on autopilot, letting the system manage our trades with incredible precision. And this is where things get really, really powerful. We're talking about orders like trailing stops. It's like a stop loss that automatically moves up as your trade gets more profitable, locking in your gains along the way. Or OCO orders. That stands for one cancels the other. This lets you set a profit target and a stop loss at the same time. Whichever one gets hit first, the other order is automatically canceled. This is how you can automate a complete trade from start to finish. And the benefits here are just huge. A trailing stop lets your winning trades run, but it also protects the profits you've already made. An OCO order forces you to be disciplined because you have to define your win and loss conditions before you're in the heat of the moment. This isn't just about convenience. It's about building a systematic, emotion-free way to trade. So we have covered a whole bunch of tools, from the super simple to the fully automated. But the big question is, how do you put it all together? Well, it all comes back to your strategy. And here's the one thing I really want you to take away from all this. Choosing an order type, it's not just some technical detail you click on a screen. It is a direct reflection of your trading plan, of how much risk you're willing to take, and your goals for that specific trade. It's where your strategy truly meets execution. And that really is the ultimate takeaway. Mastering these tools, it improves everything. It makes your timing sharper, it forces discipline, and it makes sure that every single click you make is perfectly aligned with your master plan. So now you have the tools. You know how to choose between speed and price. You know how to build a safety net, and you can even automate your entire plan. You now speak the language of the market. So the only real question left is, what are you going to command it to do next?